The Pacific War, 1941 to 1945, was a major theater of World War II, fought between the Allies, primarily the United States, the British Empire and China, and the Axis powers, led by Imperial Japan. It encompassed battles across the Pacific Ocean and in parts of Southeast Asia, with a focus on naval and island warfare.
Origins of the conflict. The roots of the Pacific War trace back to Japan's imperial ambitions in Asia. In the early 20th century, Japan sought to expand its influence, motivated by resource needs and a desire for regional dominance. It invaded Manchuria in 1931 and China in 1937. Japan's expansion in Asia led to deteriorating relations with Western powers, especially the United States, which imposed economic sanctions on Japan, including an oil embargo.
Key events and battles. Attack on Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941. Japan launched a surprise attack on the US naval base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. This devastating assault crippled the US Pacific Fleet and marked the official entry of the United States into World War II. On the same day, Japan also attacked several other Allied territories across the Pacific, including the Philippines, Hong Kong, and Malaya. Japanese expansion, 1941-1942. Japan quickly conquered a vast area of Southeast Asia and the Pacific, including the Philippines, Singapore, Malaya, the Dutch East Indies, now Indonesia, and parts of New Guinea. Their Greater East Asia Co-Prosperity Sphere sought to establish Japanese hegemony in the region.
Battle of Midway, June 1942, one of the most significant turning points in the Pacific War. The Battle of Midway saw the U.S. Navy inflict a decisive defeat on the Japanese fleet. 4 Japanese aircraft carriers were sunk, halting Japanese expansion and giving the U.S. the strategic advantage in the Pacific. Guadalcanal Campaign, 1942 to 1943, the first major Allied offensive in the Pacific, occurred on Guadalcanal in the Solomon Islands. This 6-month battle marked the beginning of a long and brutal island hopping campaign to push the Japanese back.
Island Hopping Campaign, 1943-1945. The United States, along with Allied forces, began a strategy of island hopping, bypassing heavily fortified Japanese positions and capturing strategically important islands. Major battles included Battle of Tarawa, 1943, Battle of Saipan, 1944, Battle of Leyte Gulf, 1944, the largest naval battle of World War II, which secured the recapture of the Philippines. Battle of Iwo Jima, 1945, a bloody, iconic battle that saw U.S. Marines capture a vital island. Battle of Okinawa, 1945, the largest amphibious assault in the Pacific War and one of the bloodiest battles of the entire conflict. Kamikaze attacks. As Japan's situation worsened, it resorted to kamikaze, suicide attacks, where pilots would crash planes loaded with explosives into Allied ships. These attacks became particularly intense during the later stages of the war, especially at Okinawa.
The end of the Pacific War. Atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, August 1945. In an effort to avoid a costly invasion of Japan and bring a swift end to the war, the the United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima, August 6th, and Nagasaki, August 9th. The bombings caused unprecedented destruction and massive civilian casualties, leading to Japan's surrender.
Japan's surrender, August 15, 1945. Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's surrender on August 15, 1945, marking the end of World War II. The formal surrender took place on September 2, 1945, aboard the U.S. battleship USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay.
Aftermath of the Pacific War. Japan underwent political, economic, and social reforms, and its military was disbanded, transforming the country into a peaceful, democratic state. The Pacific War also drastically changed the geopolitical landscape in Asia and the Pacific, leading to the decolonization of several Southeast Asian countries and the rise of the United States as a dominant Pacific power.
The war is remembered for its fierce fighting, high casualties, and the significant role naval and air power played in shaping the outcome. It remains a defining chapter in both U.S. and Japanese history. Thank you for watching the video, The Pacific War, provided by History and Current Events. This is Sarah, Lily, Gina, and Tony have contributed so far as narrators. Thank you.